Mill River Union High School for today's varsity soccer action. Hartford taking on Mill River, and you see one of the officials there, one of the finest gentlemen you'll ever meet, John Sivert, having a brief discussion before this game gets underway. Hartford will be in the blue tops, white bottoms, Mill River in their home whites. Should be a good ball game. It's a non-conference game. It's a Division II Mill River taking on Division I Hartford. It is extremely breezy. That will affect play, and I can tell you that in net for Hartford is Ben Pfister. And Mill River hopes to get to see a lot of him today as we are underway. And Mill River team last year, they went to the semifinals. Year before that, they went to the finals. There are remnants of that team left over. But basically, looking through this roster, I think it's a very young team for Mill River. But they do have experience in key positions on the field out there. One of the areas is going to be learning on the fly will be their goalie situation. Luke Davis, remember Mr. Biscay last year. And the year before that, played in net. Austin Biscay. There was Ethan and Austin. Austin was the goalie. And so there wasn't a lot of time for the goalies to get a lot of game experience. In Hartford, with the possession, you see the bodies fly. We're going to have a foul called, and a kick will be going for Mill River. Take me a minute to get into the flow of the game here in soccer, and a couple things. It's honestly the first time I've seen the men's team play this year. They did have a game at home losing to Burton early in the season. I was unable to attend that game as I had my torn meniscus operated on that day. I know it's a lousy excuse to miss a soccer game, but Dr. Myers wouldn't let me get off the operating table and come to the game until he was finished. So I'll be here for the rest of the boys and girls games, men's and women's games, however you want to phrase it. So work it in, and the shot coming from the inside, and go! What a pretty move! Oh man, that was Pele stuff right there. As Hartford will get the lead early, as that's going to be number 8 getting the goal. That's going to be Rory Skian. I'll tell you what, that's quite a soccer name too, Rory. Now my tripod's crooked, and I hate that, but I'll have to work on it in a second. So 1-0 Hartford, as they were able to score on just a nice setup, just the ball dribbling skills to open up the shooting leg and put it in the back of the corner of the net. And we're going to have a foul called, and we'll have a kick coming up from Mill River. So see if the Minutemen can get on track here and recover from that early goal. And yeah, the official hadn't given the all good to go sign here. Yeah, and then now I'm trying to play with the iris of the camera. That's Catrati. That's a different Catrati than what we're used to. It's Tyler Catrati. Remember his brother Trevor setting all kinds of scoring records here at Mill River for the past couple seasons. Now he's playing soccer for Castleton State College. So the younger Catrati, pretty nifty guy out there. He's number 2 in white. As it's 1-0. Hartford with the lead on that early goal by Skian, and well, a Mill River throw. This will be Catrati taking the throw, and he's looking for the open spot on the field. Dinnan is one man to watch out there for Mill River. He's a returning player from off those very, very good teams that Kevin Ratty had, along with Will Everett. They're both captains out there. And there's a lot of other people that fill in. Brian Cole, he's another good ball handler, scorer, leader, captain guy out there who's on those championship teams. That's Cole right there. They'll take the shot, and got a little crank on it. A little high, probably was, but we'll work on it. Now, let me see if I can move this tripod up. There we go. Oh, nothing bugged. Well, a lot of things bug me, but nothing bothers me more than I can control than having the tripod out of level. That's basic camera setting up 101. As we look into these afternoon sunshine, the fall sunshine here at beautiful Mill River Union High School. I'd like to thank Rob Black, the athletic director, for allowing me to videotape the Mill River Sports and put it not only on channel 15 but also on www.PEGTV.com. Then I'd like to thank Tom Leipold for playing it. He's the program director at channel 15. He's a former, well, he's not former, he's a Mill River graduate and a Castleton State College graduate, a professional comedian, award winner, many prizes to do with his comedy acts. And there's a whole list of more things Tom does, but I got to get back to the soccer game. You see him trying to work the ball through. That was nice job defending there by Hartford. That's going to skip on in there, and that's going to be off from number 2, Tyler Catrati, and I have lost the ball. You say, how can you lose a ball that is that big? But you'd be surprised. One thing is, I hate to admit it, but I am getting older. I definitely need a pair of glasses, but just don't have good money paying job or insurance to afford that. So that's one reason I don't get them. It's nothing to do with vanity. It's really financial. The other thing is, I'm looking right into that 4 o'clock sunshine, man. Oh, he'll come out. Pfister will, and put a stop to that rush to the net. 1-0 Hartford. Looking into that sunshine with those white uniforms, Mill River, that's tough on the old eyeballs. That's a great kick. That's going to settle down midfield, battle for the ball, 50-50 ball. They will go at it with each other, and then the step up and the control by Mill River. That's number 10 out there, Dan Campbell. Again, like I said, I got to get used to some of these guys' names. They weren't regulars last year and the year before. Ian Aiken, the new coach at Mill River. Of course, he just resigned from CSJ, and Kevin Ratty retired temporarily, and so everything kind of opened up for him. He took the job here, Ian Aiken did. Ray Fish became the men's soccer coach at CSJ, and Kevin Ratty unretired and is now the head coach of Proctor. It was like a big carousel. All very familiar local soccer names though in the coaching ranks. I mean, Ray Fish, I see Ray all over the place for refereeing, we call it the umpiring. Softball, does a good job. Basketball, of course, and now he's coaching, and that's going to be scooped up. Another save by Pfister. Hartford with that 1-0 lead. We're in the first half of play, 40-minute halves, and yes, there is overtime if necessary. That's going to be kneed down, footed up, and then backdoor. That was Bullock with all those nifty moves, and Will Everett. Will, a couple years ago, had the game-winning goal in the semifinals in overtime. And from that point on, he's just been a rock-solid performer. Well, even before that he was, but he's really been instrumental in Mill River soccer success. Different game I'm looking at this year as compared to what Coach Ratty had here. And, everybody's different styles. Not saying it's good or bad, just a little different style of play than what we're used to seeing. It's not strange. It's when I go and do Proctor soccer now, Coach Ratty over there, he's employed the his style, which is what I saw here for many years. And it's amazing. I don't really know. It's not that I don't really know it. I don't know soccer. I never played it, never coached it, never watched it till I taped it, which is now almost 15 years. But I started to understand it now. All it took was 15 years. Harrison Taggart, number 15, the big, long, tall redhead over there. He is quite a basketball player. I've never seen him play soccer, so I'm only assuming that he is a just all-around great athlete. I'd imagine he's a good soccer player. But I'll tell you what, he played varsity basketball as a freshman last year for Jason Smith. And, wow, is that guy's future bright in basketball. Let me tell you that he could set the scoring record here at Mill River. Of course, look at this rush, and Pfister comes out and makes the stop as they were all inside the 18. And Pfister calmly collects the ball. And he's got a stiff wind to contend with here. That time the wind might have gotten the better of that and knocked it down. Feels more like soccer weather today. In the girls' MAU game that I did earlier this week, we had that balmy 80-degree weather with humidity, which is not really unusual for Vermont to get a little Indian summer like this in fall. But today it's not cold, but it's cool and it's windy. There is no humidity to speak of. I like it. I can take it. Played 8 minutes of soccer, 1-0 Hartford. They had a nice rush. Rory Skian with the goal. Luke Davis is the goalie for Mill River. And look at that burst of speed coming through. Shot and save off the foot by the goalie Pfister. Catrati tried to bring it in, and the ball took a bad bounce, and then a good defensive play. Catrati with the ball back. They'll fake it, swivel on the kick, not get it through. Catrati's going to bring the ball back to the inside. He's directing traffic, going to set it up. Oh, it took a bad bounce. That was a great setup down there looking for Bullock. It'll go in the corner, and I'll lose track of the ball. There we go. And I'm not leaning out the window anymore to see those corners. Well, maybe. I shouldn't say never. I said never a lot and then never stuck to it. That's the only thing I've never done with never. Is not stuck to it. So the best offensive chance of the first half here for Mill River, and it's early, man, it's early, In soccer, 8 to 9 minutes passed by. You got a lot. You got over 70 minutes of soccer left. And I'm not complaining, but I've never understood why soccer had to have 80 minutes, 40 minutes a half, when all your other sports are, 12, 15. Field hockey is only 30. That's going to be up, and to the edge of the 18, and we're able to recover it. That's Tim Carr, number 18, outside the 18. How's that for soccer speak? And Pfister didn't have to, but he leaped and made it look pretty cool, and he'll whip the ball out. But I've seen more goalies this year alone throwing the ball instead of punting the ball than I have in the last 15 years combined. I think it'd be better for like fast break soccer if your goalie catches it and just passes out on a fly. And that ball taken right off from the foot and kept in bounds as Katrati with a little slide there. Created some laundry for his mother with that grass stain. A tough stain to get out, but I know that their mom has had plenty of practice with these young men with their soccer. And Everett, number 17, one of the senior captains right there. He's waiting till everybody gets in position, and the referee will give him the good to go sign, and he'll dump it down in that corner, and Pfister will let it go through the inline. So all that, we'll have a goal kick. And at halftime, I will read the entire Mill River roster for you. That'll get you somewhat familiar with the 2009 version of these Minutemen out here. So I do have more Proctor soccer coming up, boys and girls. I've got a, weather permitting, because I don't want to go out and get my camera all wet, I have the West Rutland Proctor girls game October 3rd coming up. That should be pretty cool. That's a rivalry, huh? Pretty equal teams also. Should be pretty competitive. More soccer boys soccer action from Proctor. Football coming up. Not sure who, what, where, when, but I'll have football for you. Basketball will be everywhere. Boy, since that opening goal, Mill River's really done a nice job territorially getting the, there's a call by the official, keeping the ball down their offensive end from Katrati, number 2. With the throw, a nice high lob, and that was well marked, and the ball will just bounce around. It's a 50-50 ball as Cole didn't quite reach it, and I'll give Hartford a chance to surround the ball, and Hartford looking to break out, will punch it up the middle and get it inside the circle on their offensive side, looking for skiing. And look at that, rush down the field. And the defender falls down. They got a 2-on-1 coming up, and going to be a penalty. Was he in the box? So penalty called. And I think we'll have a card. Yeah, definitely have a card coming up. And that was on, that's Elliot Stewart. Number 20, there's a big stud from basketball, as we're going to have a penalty kick coming up. So Elliot Stewart, I don't think that was on purpose. I think he just made a play at the ball and got his feet. So we're going to have a penalty kick coming up for Rory Skian. Now he had the game's only goal so far, and this will stop the clock with 28 minutes, 2 seconds to go, first half. And yeah, they're just bringing in the substitution for the yellow card. And that's what the holdup is right now, as they get in there and get set. Oh, never made it in. Actually, it wasn't a penalty kick. I'm sorry, I apologize for that. It came from outside. Look at that dribbling skill. It came from outside the 18-yard line. So the penalty occurred outside the 18. Thus, the reason there wasn't a penalty kick was just a kick. Well, at that rate, it'd be a direct kick. You can see the flag behind the kick right here, how it's whipping. That's Bankert, number 11, and that's going to be wide right and out of play. And I just had to see where they, I was looking to see where they brought the throw in, and I tell you, skiing's going to be a problem all day. He is A, fast, B, no soccer, and he's got a corner coming up. And he's wasting no time getting set. He wants everybody to get down here and get it going. Low line drive kick. Never got it airborne where they could get a header on it or any part of his body. And Toby Milne with the play on the sideline, holding the camera and still making the trap and the stop. That's pretty good for a guy over 30 years old. Right to Skian again, and he's going to slide the ball across the middle. They're looking to make the charge down through the middle, and that shot going to be wide left. And I'll tell you what, Hartford getting some deep penetration, some decent shots off in that sequence of plays right there. And again, it is windy, and we've already seen it affect a couple high kicks. That's a good job there, keeping the ball down low, below that wind as much as possible. On the roll, Cole coming in, Cole. And Cole forces him to make the save. He was well marked coming down the field. I'm just trying to see that young man's number. He did a good job defensively. Turn around, young man, so I can see it. Number 22, thank you. That is Tyler Day who made the play defensively. Because Cole himself's not a slow guy. He's a pretty fast guy. And we have a throw coming up for Mill River. They got to wait. Tanner Moline, number 14. It's the young man with the soccer ball. And unless he's substituted for, he's going to take the throw. And there's the whistle, and he's going to heave it. Looking for the head of Dinnan, and Dinnan, number 13 out there. One of the captains had a big goal a couple years ago and had an amazing 3-minute span in the quarterfinals. That Mill River was down 2-0 with 3 minutes to go and ended up winning at 3-2. And Dinnan got the game winner on a header off the back of his head. Actually, look at skiing. Great dribbling skills. And boy, what a hard kick. And nice save by Davis. Mr. Davis and Mr. Skian getting to know each other quite well here in this first half of play. Stays 1-0 Hartford. You can tell by the sun dots on the lens that I'm looking into the fall sun. We're officially in fall now. Got the 50th Halloween parade coming up live on Channel 15, obviously on Halloween. I believe it's a 6:30 start time. So if you can't make the parade, or if you want to just keep watching it, or whatever, it's going to be on Channel 15 for the entire month of November. And also live on Halloween night. How's that for community television, huh? The 50th. Well, look at this speed. And boy, Davis came out, and I think that was a smart play. Yeah, take care of it yourself, and he did. Then the first Saturday in November at the beautiful Paramount Theater, you got Sam Caruso hosting the United Way's really big show. And it's an awesome night of talent and a fundraiser for the United Way. You have all kinds of acts, from singing to dancing to comedians to theater skits. I mean, it's just, I've even seen jugglers and all kinds of stuff. So worth the ticket, and it's for a good cause. And again, if you miss that, or if you're there and you want to watch it again, that will be on Channel 15 the whole month of November. So some cool programming coming up on Channel 15 in the fall months. And then plan your holidays. I like that no whistle. Moline now a whistle. White indirect is the call. Dangerous play called on blue. Bankert with the touch to Everett, who dances around the foot check. Look more like a hip check in hockey. And it's Taggart. Harrison Taggart, number 15 out there. He's got that long stride. He's a big guy. I think he's like 6'4", 6'5". He's a big guy. Which you think would be an advantage in soccer, having just like a reach advantage in boxing, except with your leg. You have a reach advantage with your leg. But I started to tell you about the holidays. November 27th and November 28th at the Paramount Theater again. Rusty Louise, the logger, going to be there for a couple live shows. His holiday shows. He has special celebrity guests, and he's just a good guy, funny guy. He plays, he's got some good music, like a bluegrass type music he does. He does stand-up comedy, storytelling. I mean, it's just a good time. I heard Uncle Furman's coming with him. Quite a character. So catch Rusty Louise the 27th and 28th at the Paramount Theater. Get your tickets early. He's always a big fan favorite. Last time he was here is in 2006. And I saw him on November 24th. Oh, look at that, look at that. Oh, and well marked. I think they let Skiing get in there a tad bit too close for comfort. But in the end, no damage was done. Let me fix my tripod again. There we go. Like I said, it's hard enough to do serious productions with the old equipment I have and the setup. At least I could have the picture straight, right? Wow, they let that dangerous play. Now they're going to call it. Now that's a dangerous play, and that's going to be the call. Kyle Houghton, number 19 now in the ballgame for Mill River. Again, 21.5 minutes to go in the first half of play, and it's 1-0 Hartford. That goal came very early in the ballgame. So Hartford trying to increase that lead, take advantage of this field position. That's a great kick. That's a great kick. Nobody got their far post, had a great hook on it. Just outkicked his coverage, basically. And they'll have Mill River set the ball up on that far side of the post, or far side of the box, actually. And I gotta be honest with you, I cannot see that number 11. So Bankert is the sweeper back there, and I want to just double check my memory. Yeah, Josh Bankert, 11, because there's another guy I got to see during the basketball season. He was on the JV basketball squad and did an excellent job. Expect to see him this fall, either varsity or JV. They're going to go back to the goalie, which I never liked that play. But it doesn't really matter what I like, right? Pfister will kick it out. And you can see right there, Bankert got his feet tangled up, and he's going to be whistled. And that will give Hartford the ball. I want to say right about midfield. John Sivert with another excellent call. And they're going to, again, the right type of kick here into the box, and they could really have a good chance. He went low line drive, and Davis will get across laterally to his left, make the grab, and he'll whip the ball out to an open spot on the field. And boy, nice setup right there with their by. Catrati stayed with the defender to his inside, then went down the sideline, and good step up defensively by Hartford as that goes off from Houghton's foot. And we've got a player, down behind the play. Yeah, and they're telling him to stay down. They're going to bring the coaching staff, and hopefully this won't be a serious thing. Trotty was the injured player, and he was helped up and walked off under his own power. Ali Serrani, the trainer. Ali Serrani, of course, an outstanding athlete in her own right at West Rutland. She's a graduate of West Rutland. Coach Carl Serrani's daughter, but she's a trainer, and he's able to walk off. I got a feeling he'll be back. He's a pretty tough young guy. So here come skiing. Look at it. He is just, look at that dribbling skill. Look at that. He went through two defenders, and then Houghton able to get it up and to midfield through the circle, rolling, and a race to the ball. Tell you what, Brian Cole put on the afterburners and just a step late getting there, but I'd be exhausted running that far down. Everett will bring the ball back to the inside. Everett. They play much. Oh, he's going to be a kick coming up. Sweet spot right there. He was fouled, and you see him go to the ground, and the foul will be on Hartford. The kick coming up. No, they play a little shorter game this year than what they have had in the past. I tell you what, that Rory Skian, number 8 for Hartford, he's a fun guy to watch. Oh man, that guy can play soccer. So everybody's shielding their eyes. It's intense sun here to the west sky. You see the wall being built. Everett. What a great bend. What a great kick. See the angle I had? You see that thing curved, man? That was like a Bert Blyleven curve ball. Of course, everybody's going to be too young to remember Bert Blyleven, a great pitcher that was through a lot of nasty curve balls. And a great save by Pfister. I thought he had it. I thought he was going to tie the game up on that. Pfister directing some traffic and calling for a ball, and he'll mark it. Will he actually take the kick, though? We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, he's going to take the kick, Pfister will. That last save, Ben Pfister fisted the ball out of there, so pretty fitting name, huh, for a goalie. And they allow the climb on the back with no whistle, and that's going to go out of play in front of the Hartford bench. And we'll have a Hartford throw from Mill River Union High School, North Clarendon, Vermont, USA. Jerry Munger Vision bringing you the soccer game, and I set my tripod up a tad bit different than I did for the girls' soccer game here. I moved half the weight room around and trying to bring you as stable a picture as possible. That'll hit the ground, and that'll go off from the side of the head. And I got to remember who number 10 is, Dan Campbell. So Mill River able to control that. Most of these 50-50 balls, I'd say 65% of these 50-50 balls have gone Hartford's way. Mill River's done well here since that initial goal. That kind of happened so fast it might have stunned them. I'm not sure if that's good or bad to say, but or accurate, not good or bad. It's accurate to say. As we are down to 16:50 to go. First half action, 40-minute halves. Overtime if you gotta. The girls' Mill River Mount Anthony game went to overtime, and there's a player hitting the deck going down, and that's going to be number 18 who was taken down, Tim Carr. And I'm just waiting to find the mark on the ball. There it is. That's why I couldn't find it. They didn't have the ball. It's those little things that throw me off. So they run a play, and then Everett will just slide it down in the corner, and spacing was tight on that for a play like that. That's just slow developing play. Good job, not a whistle there. Can't dive. It slows the game down. Rory Skeen, they get him back there in that open turf, and look at he'll get right. Look how quick he gets up. They're going to send the ball in, and that'll be towed down and brought forward. Hartford will go to the corner. There we go. It's going to stay Hartford ball. So Hartford, a good spot on the field to take it to the box. They elect to take the short throw and then shank the kick, and wow, wasted opportunity there where they were on the field. Most of the time you see teams lob that deep into the box just like a corner kick. They went short and then just never settled the ball down on the attempted shot on net. And tell you what, that was a great kick. Looking for Cole to head it to himself, and yeah, it went off his head. Must have hit him on the down curve of it because it rolled out of bounds. So Hartford, the Hurricanes, will have the ball. They've got the lead, and we've got 15 minutes left in the first half of soccer play. It's been a well officiated game, as I thought it would be with these two gentlemen here doing the game. Well, I started to tell you though, the MAU Mount Anthony Mill River girls game that I did earlier this week here went to overtime with Mill River victorious with less than a minute to go in the first overtime. Haley Kachupi got the game-winning goal. As that is Bullock getting up off the turf. He'll be called for the foul. We'll have Hartford with the kick. All that happened on that little play. Could have an offside call. First one I recall of the ball game on either side. And that's going to be too deep for Cole to give it a chance to try to go get it. As you can see, Taggart, Harrison Taggart. He's one of the tallest soccer players I've seen at school. I'm waiting for him to get a corner and see if he's stationed on the post. He'd be a great guy to have for a header up in front. That's great eye-foot coordination. And then he'll kick it right off from a Hartford player out of bounds. I haven't seen him yet. I'm looking for number 10 for Hartford, Sumner Becker. I don't know if he's playing or not. The thing about Sumner is I covered him at Raha, God, 6 years ago. What a phenomenal hockey player he was. Oh, I think it'd only be, I guess it's a natural fit to be a good soccer player also. Bankert came out and he got away with it. He held him. Yeah, Bankert overcommitted and was burned on the play. This Luke Mayer had an opportunity there, and yeah, they're going to call it. Yeah, it's just a slow whistle by John Sivert. He had to call under control. He just didn't blow his whistle quick enough for the fans, but a good call, no doubt about it, and a great spot here in the shadows at Mill River Union High School for Hartford to try to increase their lead. That's a great setup. Great save by Davis, but I'll tell you what, that was a well set up play. They put somebody on the far post, lobbed a pop kick up to him and let him try to head it in. And he was unmarked. He got the header off. You should say he put it right into the goalie's breadbasket. And give the goalie some credit for being in the right position, right angles. Campbell trying to dance his way through a couple defenders, lost the ball, and then pulled up on it. Cole will attack along with Everett, and Mill River trying to garner up some more scoring chances here. as that came down. And there's Mill River on the run. There's Campbell. Again, trying to dribble through a whole bunch of blue jerseys. Had the ball taken away momentarily. Now the follow-up as Bankert, with the capacity to give and go, didn't get the ball back. Went to Everett, and then on the far side, Mill River able to bust on up through. Goes wide and out from, I don't think, off by Mill River player out of bounds. I think it went out from Brian Cole out of bounds. It'll be Hartford with the throw. So yeah, they're going to set the ball for Pfister, and Pfister's going to take the kick himself. This isn't rare. It's a little unusual that the goalie taking these kicks. Usually you have your sweeper taking all those types of kicks and stuff. That 50-50 ball, 50-50 ball, a header, and boy, still just 50-50 ball as they just let it ping-pong around. Catrati back in the ball game, as I thought he would be. He'll have the throw. He'll appear in a second, or the ball will, one or the other. There he is, yeah. Try to go into the box with it, had it pop back out, and he'll take another throw. Go to the corner, and Campbell with the trap and the dance, and then the foot fake, and a lot more dribbling this year than years past. One thing I can say by watching this game. Tell you what, that was well marked, no doubt about it. That was an aggressive play defensively by Hartford, and that was Bankert that went flying through the air. All he needed was a cape on him, and look at this. Oh, this is going to be one-on-one, and tell you what, Davis, great play. Absolutely great play. Net open over the top. Davis with the play of the first half right there. That's an all-or-nothing play. Yeah, he should be pumped up. Oh, he should go buy a lottery ticket. He gambled right there and won. Great. And to tell you, if I saw Rory Skeen coming down one-on-one with me, I'd come out of the box and make a diving tackle like that on the ball. Great play. 10 minutes to go in the first half. Put a bookmark on that moment. That could come back and become a tremendous turning point of the ball game. His Bullock going after the ball, getting pushed from behind, and I like the way they let him play it through. Now we've got a whistle. Oh, you know what I've been doing? I've been calling Tanner Moline Dan Campbell. I'm sorry about that, Tanner. Number 14 is Tanner Moline, and I apologize for that. Campbell is number 10. And I apologize to Campbell in case he doesn't like that. Trying to slide the ball through to Rory Skeen. He's trying to bring it around the outside edge. Boy, look at this guy's ability. Look at this guy's skill level. The trailer, the shot, had it over the top of the crossbar. You couldn't set the table any better than that if you were working at a restaurant. I can't say the name of a restaurant because that'd be commercial content, which we're not supposed to do on public access. Some people do, but I can't get away with it. But that was beautiful by Skeen, Rory Skeen. That's going to be coming down at the 30-yard line and going to out of bounds. We'll have a throw coming up for Tanner Moline. 14, Tanner Moline. I'll get this thing memorized yet. First time I watched the boys play this year. Throws it up in that gusting wind. It goes off from Everett. Well, I thought that was Bullock, too. Let me check number 7. That is Alex Bullock. Okay. And so Hartford with a couple of real good scoring chances besides their goal that they scored on. They probably had 3, in addition to the goal, they probably had 3 really superb scoring chances so far. But yet they only lead 1-0. Oh, somebody's going to get a card. Somebody did some chatting. And yeah, you can't chat like that. That's Cole Lutter, a senior, and he just got carded, and it was a verbal. Clearly, I could hear it. I can't repeat it. He got in trouble for something I've done my entire life wrong. He ran his mouth. So he'll sit down for a while, and he'll be back in the ball game. He's young. He'll learn. Right now, they're just getting an explanation, or they're adding their side of the story. There's always 2 sides to a story. The ref will have none of it. He wore his orange ref shirt today, and he's not going to have anything to do with it. He's set to go. Tell you, the ref gear over the 15 years I've covered soccer, it's been a major change from year to year to year. Not saying it don't look good. Just saying that the gear has changed a lot, the color schemes. You know, I haven't seen ref yet this year is Coach Kinsler yet. I don't think I've seen him yet. Used to, a couple years ago, he was doing like every game I ever saw. Now it's like John Sibbert's doing every game I watch. And then it's going to ricochet up off the foot. Oh, they're going to let that go through. And that just a... You got to have a purpose with the ball. I know we're trying to push it forward. One thing they're finding out is Hartford's got a lot of speed themselves to counter these attacks. Is Cole going to loop it down inside too far, and yep, Pfister will grab it. Tell you one thing about Pfister, even though he hasn't faced a tremendous amount of quality shots, he appears to be very calm and cool back there, which is probably a very good thing. He's the goalie. Handball coming up, and it's going to be Hartford's ball. Went off from Everett on a play. Again, they were trying to make that happen before the defense got in position. As Taggart with a few dribbles, more than a few dribbles, several dribbles. And they're looking for the return pass. See, that's that real short game they play now. That short passing stuff down the field. Gary Holder did that the year MSJ defeated Rutland. The only time I ever remember it happening. Other than that, I got to tell you, I as a fan, if I was sitting in the stands, I like those long home run balls and let those wingers run like the devil down the field. And there's going to be a save, a loose ball, an open net, steps aside and missed it. Hit the football, goalpost came down. So Davis right there dodged the bullet. He was trying to be aggressive again and almost got burnt. Now, like Kirk Abrahamson plays that style. Well, not Kirk, he doesn't play anymore, but his teams play that style, and Kevin Ratty's teams play that style. This is okay. This is more European purist. As Pfister dove on it, lost it. Cole will have it. He can't bring it around the defender, stays in bounds, rolls on the hill. They'll go up two with the ball together. It'll come out to the Hartford Hurricanes. They'll trap themselves and spin around and settle things down and get it going. And I'm only making this observation because I don't know anything about soccer, but this would seem more like the European purist style of soccer, and I've lost the ball. There it is. Gary Holder told me what I watched at Rutland with that long ball type of play, over the top he called it, was Americanized soccer. Of course, he was right from the UK. He's a field hockey coach now up at Otter Valley. I think that's so cool. We really think of field hockey as a women's sport here in America, but of course it's a men's sport. It started as a man's sport in Scotland and Ireland and all those countries, Celtic countries, and very specific where he wants the ball set. So everybody's happy with the spot of the ball. And again, Mill River looking for that tying goal here. Soft touch on it, and we got a whistle called. And the opportunity's gone by. Well, Pfister set the ball, take the kick for the Hartford Hurricanes in those blue and white uniforms. Mill River in their all white uniforms, and Pfister will set the ball right where the infraction took place. That's where he set the ball down. Nice steal by Taggart, and Bullock able to feed him the ball back. Taggart with the big move. And then the pass just a smidging too long for Mr. Cole to catch up to. 3:55 to go. In a 1-0 Hartford lead in the first half. Hartford will have the kick coming up. They're going to throw, excuse me. It was just rolled out of bounds. Everett. Can see those good stand defensively. By keeping your spacing tight like that, I mean, you're bringing the defense in too, so you better be pretty quick, like this guy skiing. Oh, great pass. Everybody went to him and he opened up that side. Look at that. Oh, that's pretty stuff to watch. That's pretty stuff. He never stopped going to the net. He played a give and go with his teammate and then tried to just take it right off the toe on the fly. I got to tell you, that kid's making me a fan of his. That's pretty soccer. Only a junior, too. That means they're going to have to contend with him for a whole another year. Now, if you got a guy like that with that type of one-on-one skill, talent, and speed and soccer skills, I'd let him dribble down the whole length of the field. I watched just about every Carson Latterroot game in high school that she did, and there was times she just dribbled the ball down through the defense and shot. I mean, in Vermont, that's a very rare thing to find a player that can do that, but obviously this Rory Skian guy, number 8 out here, I've seen him do it about 6 times already in the first half, so I think he can do it. Or at least today. Maybe he ate a good breakfast or something, but he's flying, man. That's off from Brian Cole's head backwards. Taggart with the touch, they'll sweep the ball over to the near sideline. They'll race to it, and I don't hear a whistle. Oh, look at the ref. It had to be out of play. He came up, made a foot trap. He still got it, man. He still got it. And I know that guy could never remember his name. I talk to him when he's not doing games and stuff in public. I mean, he answers. Most people don't talk to me in public. He does. He mustn't get Channel 15 then if he talks to me. A lot of purposeless kicked balls there in that sequence. There's the step up and making the call for Hartford. They'll control it, chase it down in the shadows here at Mill River's home field. That's going to roll and control. Nobody right now, and they're going to call that. Oh, they never did. Wow, when he leaned on him, I thought for sure there was no way they weren't going to call it. Gotta tell you, I'd like to see more soccer played a little more physical like that. But I gotta tell you, and what I usually see in Vermont, I can't believe that wasn't a foul. I think that's Ted Furno. I can't really see his jersey number right now with this 50-year-old eyeballs. I can't see it. And again, you see that quick return pass. And it will go out of play. And I'm looking, that's Ted. Yeah, Ted Furno, number 6. Always had a couple of sisters, be very good soccer players here at Mill River and basketball players. Now Ted plays, well, used to play hockey. I don't know if he still does or not, but he was a Raha guy I covered. We're under 30 seconds to go in the first half. 1-0 MAU, or Hartford. There we go, 1-0 Hartford. And there's plenty of chances still as for, if you got Rory skiing down there, you see Banker trying to stay with him. Yeah, smart play. Just get it away from number 8 in blue. That's all you had to do. We're winding down the first half of play here. And other than that very quick goal that Hartford got by Rory skiing, it's had nice ebbs and flows. But it's going to end 1-0 at the end of the first half. There it is. We'll let Mill River settle down for the half. And we'll come back. I will come back and I will read their roster to you for them. Or something like that. Well, we have a second here. I'll tell you that number 2 is Tyler Catrati on the Mill River squad 2009. David Sabaski's number 3. Ted Furno is number 6. Alex Bullockworth 7. Wearing number 9. Casey Gravel. Dan Campbell number 10. Josh Bankert is 11. One of the captains is number 12, Brian Cole. Another captain is 13, Matt Dinnan. Tanner Moline is 14. I apologize again for calling the wrong name several times in that first half. Harrison Taggart's 15. Another captain is 17, Will Everett. Tim Carr wears 18. Kyle Houghton is number 19. Elliot Stewart got a card in the first half. He's number 20. Eric Basselin's 22. Your starting goalie is Luke Davis. The other goalie is Zach Fuller. Ian Aikens, the head coach. Ali Serrani is the trainer. And it is 1-0 Hartford with a lead at halftime over Mill River on PEGTV Channel 15 Sports. And we're off. Second half action underway. You can see he switched into the field. The shadows getting a little bit longer, and going to have a white throw now. I remember, of course, you guys were all too young probably, but you used to go down to Pownell, Vermont. They had the Green Mountain Racetrack, dog race, greyhound racing. And when the rabbit came around the rail and they let the dogs out, that's what you yelled, they're off. Here's Frosty. They named the rabbit. You know he wasn't a real rabbit. They named him. Weird what you think about halftime of a game sitting all alone up in the, it's a press box, I guess. It's the weight room, but Hartford, like I said, scored in the first 5 minutes of the ball game as they had several chances since, but I think the play was 60-40 Hartford in that first half. Other than that, Luke Davis came up and made some real nice stops. As I said, Pfister here, this goalie, Ben Pfister, he's made some good stops. But I think the more scoring opportunities came to Hartford via the speed and dribbling skills of Rory Skehan. S-K-E-H-A-N. That's why I'm pronouncing it Skehan. I could be wrong. I could be. I don't know how it could be pronounced, but I'm going Skehan. And Pfister saying, "Let it come to me," as he'll come into the box. He couldn't use his hands before the ball entered the box because he would have been called for a foul. High kick. Still rolling, still bouncing, and 50-50 ball. Boy, it takes a great bounce for Hartford to take it to the inside. That attempted pass through was knocked down, and that's going to be cleared out, and it'll become just a throw for Hartford. Up over the top, and everybody on sides, and the goalie, Luke Davis, calling for it. That wind still out there, but settling down somewhat from early on in the first half of play. See Brian Cole made a move. Everett had a toe on it, then a step up. There's Campbell, number 10, was there, and it's 14 who's Moline. This is Everett with the ball, 17. And again, when you play a short passing game, you bring the defense in closer to you like that, and you see how tight they were there. And good job defensively by Hartford getting down, taking away that last passing lane. There's Hartford and Mill River in his non-league game. Again, 40-minute halves, overtime if necessary. We've got a 1-0 game right now. Overtime always a possibility. Golden goal. First goal wins. Sudden death it is. Taggart got a head on it, and then he'll make an attempt at the ball and see him trying to reach around with the leg. And there's a stop up and a push through. And the ball's going to roll toward the Hartford bench and be stopped on that side by Catrati. Catrati wants to just try to dish it down for about a 10-yard pass. It was well played defensively and picked off by Hartford. They're in transition right now in Hartford. Trying to drive the ball through, and Mill River will have none of that. Yeah, they're going to have a kick now. As there was a whistle just prior to that play with the takedown. It was foul colored before that, and that's going to be getting all the way down to Catrati. He wanted to send it off on his winger on that side coming down. That kick did get to the target, just took a little alternate route off from the foot of one of the Hartford players. And they'll lose it out of bounds on the turn. So we'll have a Hartford throw somewhere. Where is he? I lost him. Tell you what, there's moments like that where I just can't find the ball. Especially on this end of the field where I'm leaning out of the window. That's going to be popped up and stays in play. Hits outside the 18. They'll jump around and battle for it. A lot of loose play right now as far as tightening things up here and actually gaining control of the ball. Just a lot of ping pong playing right now. You've got to have absolute possession to actually do something with the ball and control it. And neither team established that. I got to push my plug back in here. There we go. So we'll have that Mill River throw. And that skids off from the back of Moline, and Pfister will come out and make the play. Like I said, Pfister hasn't faced an incredible, difficult, over-the-top shot yet, but he's done real solid back there. He punted that very well. He got to midfield and on the bounce, going to go further. And they got two men now marking up Rory Skehan. Tell you what, it's Taggart, and Taggart was trying to keep the ball away from her. Look at that stutter step. Rory Skehan around the end, gives it back to the middle. Missed the first target, looking for the second layer of help. Hartford never had it there, and the clear by Mill River. It's going to bounce at midfield, go 5 yards beyond. It's in the circle in the center of the field, and then a good defensive challenge as they came up and stepped up in front of Catrati and literally put the brakes on that initial rush we just saw. This is still off that same sequence. This is Everett. Everett showing he can dribble and run with the ball too. He does a nice job. Got shut down though at the 30-yard line. Taggart Well, I thought he was going to reverse field. He didn't. He brought it back to the middle to Cole, and Cole had the defender come tight on him. Cole with the stutter step brings it through to Everett. Everett pushes the ball ahead for Cole, and again they had that nice layer of second wave of defense and shut down that penetration by Mill River. 6 minutes gone here in this second half of play. It's still 1-0 Hartford. And after some just back and forth volley and things kind of settling down now. Look at Skian hustled to the ball, and he's going to bring it back. No, I think he was trying to. He'll circle now, and look at that foot trap, split the defense, and good job right there by Big O19 Houghton for Mill River as he took him off the ball and took the ball. It was Skian who scored the game's only goal. I guess that'll happen real quick. In the first 5 minutes of play is Carr with a touch, and he'll bring it up at the near side end. It's going to be too far for his teammate. He's looking for Brian Cole. So Hartford with the heave. And Taggart said, I'll have none of that. He broke it up, and they'll just have another throw for Hartford. Find the short open spot on the field. And that time it ricochets off several bodies, and it'll come all the way back out to the 40-yard line. Catrati on the ball. Catrati taking off the ball. That'll go out of play, and it will stay over soccer ball. So we'll have the throw by the Minutemen on the far side of the field, and it's just a matter of Mr. Bankert getting over there, getting set to toss it in. Good toss, strong toss. Good to know that. So if they are down in the 18 area, that they'd be able to have them use it for the throw into the box. I tell you, just a lot of dribbling, a lot different style. Not better, not worse, not good, not bad, just different. We'll have Carr take the throw now. Well, a line drive shot. He'll come right back at him. He'll just do it again. Basically same spot. A little softer thrown. That's going to be to Pfister, and he'll step up to about the 7-yard line and easily grab the ball. He'll get set now, looks for another long punt here. And it came down near midfield. Hartford will turn it right around and start heading back down the field. They'll center it up and give the ball to Pfister. He'll be chased by Cole. Well, I believe that's Cole. I can't. Oh, it's Houghton. Carr. I'm sorry, number 18. That we need huge numbers on jerseys the older I get. Like 30-inch numbers. That'd be cool. And again, real congestion there in the middle of the field. Well, it's a numbers game. If there's 3 defenders on that one offensive player, they've got to have somebody open down the field to pop the ball to. And now there's one guy right there, skiing, bringing the ball back down under control. He'll re-kick and got it. That's pretty stuff. He's got his second goal and a 2-0 lead, and see how he brought the ball down, tried to kick it out of the air, set it down again, and re-kicked it. But just in total control, man, total control of that whole play. That young man can play soccer. So Mill River down 2 now as they started that goal, round off and say 9 minutes into the second half. Well, what's the old cliche everybody likes to use in sports? The next goal is the big goal because it can either be 2-1 or 3-0. So they're going to roll it to the side, and Hartford now, as that was quite the ninja move. That had to be Catrati. Yeah. Just always, like, I think it's kinetic or phonetic, whatever the word is, energy out there all the time. Jojo Valeni looking to give the ball up to somebody. Yeah. She'll bring it back to, I think, Campbell, right? 10. Yeah, Dan Campbell, number 10. 14 is Boleen, 15 is Taggart. I'm starting to memorize. Get it down now, the roster. Cole trying to bust through. Taggart took that one dribble too much, and then Skeen played defense, and here comes Rory again, roaring down the field looking for the layout passes. The defenders got in position to take him on, and got it. I got to tell you what, that's a beautiful shot. That was all made possible by the soccer sense of Rory Skeen. He knew everybody on defense had stepped up to him, and it's just a numbers game. He had 3 defenders come to him. He had his winger wide open down the field. He gave it to him. He had an open path to Davis and made the shot count. That's smart, smart, smart soccer right there by Mr. 8, Rory Skeen. So now we go to a 3-0 score, and it's imperative that Mill River collect a goal here in the next 7-8 minutes, because soccer is very rare that you can bang out a lot of points in a real short period of time. This is, like I said, Mill River did it a couple years ago in the playoffs, scored 3 goals in 3 minutes to win the game at the end. But right now, you got to figure a goal every 10 minutes. Since you've been shut out for the first 50 minutes, that's asking a lot. Taggart with the long throw. That's a good throw. I'd use him down in the 18 to toss it into the box. Brian Cole looking for the corner, gets the corner, looks at the inside. Look at Mr. Cole here. And nope, just got the ball a little bit too far out in front of himself. But a good rush down the field. No finish, though, and that's going to be out of play. And we'll have a throw coming up for Mill River. As Bankert came over, but the horn sounds behind him. He'll have to wait for the substitution to come in. As Casey Gravel coming in for Brian Cole. So Gravel, number 9 out there. He's got a goal this season for Mill River. Very athletic young man. For Everett trying to slide the ball through, but not a lot of room there. Gravel couldn't get to it. Catrati does. He'll send the ball back up to the middle of the field, over the top, and it's going to be a race to the ball. Trying to chest it down and settle it. Stepped on the ball, rolled, and looked like he blew a tire out in NASCAR as he stepped on the ball full throttle. And he's okay. But that'd be more like how I would play all the time. Well, that had to hurt. He stepped on the ball going full speed down the field and just crashed and burned. All I gotta say is ouch. Gravel wants to send it through. Pass eludes everybody except Pfister. So the goalie will grab the ball, and he's got to feel a lot more comfortable. He's been calm back there in net, but he's got to feel a lot better now. He's got a 3-goal lead that he was going to be working with, and Houghton drilled the ball, and there's a whistle on the play. I think it's going to be a handball. I do believe. As Will Everett and John Sivert getting together to mark the ball. Look at Skeen right there. See, you don't think he plays defense because he's so offensive, so beautiful offensively to watch. He's played a lot of defense in the last several minutes. I can tell you that from watching it. I was watching the crowd, I'm sorry. I've lost the ball. There it is. This is a nice pass. This is the worst time of the night for the sunshine, as Davis will make the stop. As far as I'm concerned, because it's almost even with me. When I look across the field, it's just about right into the lens. Hard to see those players. I'll be out of play. Gonna have a throw coming up for Mill River, and again, they're gonna bring in some subs as they have Taggart coming out, and I just can't see. It looks like Furno. Need him to turn around. Young man, turn around. And that's Furno, number 6. Ted Furno in the ball game now for Mill River. Trying to punch it down to Bullock, and again, he was well marked, and push from behind coming up. Was it in the box? No, it's outside the 18. That's where the kick will come up. Yeah, well, a golden opportunity right here for Mill River to get back into the ball game. They're down by 3. So start, Everett. Going to keep it low, and Pfister will dive on it, eat it up, and not allow another point to come here. So again, I got caught watching the crowd. And the horn. And Everett wanted to get the tempo of the game up there and knew he had to stop. Bankert now will take the throw for Mill River. It was 1-0 Hartford at the end of the first half of play. Then a couple goals here in the second half, and they've opened up that 3-goal lead. Rory Skeen with 2 of the 3 goals and an assist on the 3rd. And that ball's in play, and he's going to turn toward the out-of-bounds marker, slide it back this side. As Elliot Stewart back in the ball game, number 20 for Mill River. Don't forget, Stewart got a card in that first half, sat down for a while. Good player. He's back out there. Big guy. I think he's athletic, but just guessing on. I have nothing to base this on. I think basketball is probably his thing. He's in pursuit now, and there's a step up in the challenge, and that's Good soccer, good clean soccer right there. Two players going hard for the ball. Skeen will bring the ball all the way back. Past the circle, past midfield, and Hartford will just reset now. Skeen with that sweeping left foot kick. And Furno got away with a couple pushes there. They'll give the ball back on that short pass. Hartford in the corner. They're going to bring it all the way back to the 11 o'clock hour, and they'll slide the ball down there. Being very patient, spreading the field now, all the way far post, and just white jerseys there, and that ball will be headed down outside the 18. That shot redirected by Furno, never got it on net. Davis didn't have to make a save, and the ball will come outside the 18. At the 25, Skeen. So he wanted his teammate to keep going, but he stopped. Skeen will reach up there, hook the ball, and slide to the far side of the field where it settled down, brought up on the bank. Toward the net, and Davis will slide and make the stop. He's going to take the kick himself, and Hartford with good sustained pressure that time, long sustained pressure, and the horn definitely sounded before the kick. That's a very late horn to let them. Yeah, they got to stop that. Yeah, because I heard the horn, so I stopped taping. So they have to bring it back because of me. 23 minutes, 50 seconds to go in this soccer game. I don't know, overtime looking like quite a stretch today. As Davis will punt the ball. He faked me out. There we go. He was ready before I was, yep. And that will stay in bounds. Hard to see the markers on that far side. Again, Hartford's being a little more patient now. They've got that 3-goal lead and that clock moving. As we'll see Taggart now, number 15 for Hartford come in. We've got a new goalie out there. That's Zach Fuller in net now for Mill River. So Fuller has gone in for Davis. So Zach Fuller getting some game time experience. And that thing stayed in play. Wow. So he'll settle the ball and bring it down on its near side, looking to work it down the outside, and they'll cut back to the middle of the field. And there's a little give pass back inside the circle. Skeen had a foot on it, drove it down inside. Here's the race of the ball. Oh, that's a great defensive play. That slide stop. Boy, you can see the speed of the officials. John Sivert in the background was only there for a second, but then when he took off to go downfield to get in position, I thought I was watching another professional player. That guy was moving. As he'll tee off on it, and nobody there in blue for Hartford. Mill River will be able to settle it down and just slide it up to Cole. Goes off from his foot funny, settles down to 45. Cole on the attack, can't pick the pocket, and that ball's going to come to the outside to Houghton. And we're going to fall called on Mill River. I believe it's going to be on number 22, Eric Baselin. So Baselin obviously now in the ball game for Mill River. 22 minutes to go in regulation, and I don't think that's, like I said, I don't think that's going to be an issue tonight. Low, hard line drive kick headed, and Fuller will make a leaping grab. So Zach Fuller with his first touch and going to get his first punt. Nice high kick. And again, all those 50-50 balls in the second half. It's gone from a 60-40 game to a 70-30 game as Hartford really kind of cranked it up a little bit here in the second half. Skeen set up the defense, working back inside. Look at, he took him inside, outside, left-footed, and row saved by Fuller. He's going to heave it out. He got it to the 45-yard line. There's the touch. Okay, bring the ball with you. There they go. Looking for Taggart on his side and just taken away from Hartford. A lot of speed out there for Hartford. Look at that table. Oh, right in the middle, took his time. Yeah, go shoot it while he had. There's taking time, and then there's just taking too much time. And I think that's the case of that right there, where he might have wanted to hurry up the shot a little bit more before the defense could come in behind him and make him not take the shot he really wanted. As they set up for the corner. I mean, one thing very evident about Hartford is team speed-wise, they are a few notches above Mill River here. They've got a lot more team speed, Hartford does. Mill River, in my opinion, has all most of their speediest players in the front. Of course, shoots for, people say you'd want it. It's Fernald watch going to play. They're a little bit lacking speed on the back line defensively. That's not I'm not saying that negatively. I'm just telling you why I watch these Hartford forwards roll past the defenders. Again, they'll go back to Pfister, and he'll walk it forward, and they'll step into it. They've done that 3 times today, so that must be in their repertoire. And again, you can see the sun dots as I look into the sun through the camera. It's pretty nasty. I thought it was a foul, and it will be a foul. It'll be a kick now for Hartford. As the Hurricanes, with 3 goals so far on the day. And Mill River will just try to send it up to midfield. They'll make the connection momentarily, and that's off from Cole, and gave it to him on a reverse pass to his teammate, and that's a nice job of bringing the ball up and through. Spacing's just been off today for the Minutemen. And that's going to go out of play. Also back in the ball game is Casey Gravel, number 9. That's a Mill River change, and again, that was the horn. That's why that played in. They got to wait to put the ball into play here until the subs come in. So we're set, we're good, and there's the toss back. Catrati. As again, that was well marked by Hartford. They've done that all day. As Elliott, Stewart will send the ball into Pfister, and he'll just, again, calmly make the play and bring it back to the center of the field and pass the ball back on the ground on this near side. So that was, he took what they gave him. They covered everything long, so he sent it short. That's how simple that is. Taggart. Those long legs of his wants to bring the pass back, and that's going to be saved by Pfister. I believe it was Everett with the shot. That's got to be a high bounce. If it's over the top of Taggart's head, it's got to be a wicked high bounce. We got a whistle. And they're going to have substitutions. Yeah, come in. We have an injury, and I don't think it's very severe. Taggart asking for and receiving a timeout by the ref, as you see John Sivert walking with Harrison Taggart. Yes, so that'll take Taggart out of the ball game. He'll be allowed to make the sub for him here. Stops the clock at 17:49 to go. Second half, it's been, I think the first half, like I said, was 60-40 in favor of Hartford. They've been much more assertive here in the second half. In the second half, they've won a majority of the 50-50 balls, and they've just been much quicker team on the field. And they went to the short set, and going back to get the ball was Everett. They'll reset at midfield and go to the left side of the field now as you see Hartford just muscle to the ball and take it away. A little bumping and grinding going on, and kept control and sends the ball deep as we'll have it picked up by Fuller. And he'll just boot it away. Tell you, the field has really been shortened by Hartford here in the second half. As they're stepping up, getting those balls, and just turning them quickly the other way as they'll go out of bounds and with a white throw. They'll make the sweeping turn, and yeah, I wasn't sure, but they will blow the whistle on that. And that's what we're going to have. The kick coming up for Mill River. That's why people realize, they say, oh, what a beautiful day out. Not for videotaping. You want a cloudy day for even balanced lighting. No sun dots, no worrying about where your back is to it. Nice cloudy day. Not rain, just cloudy. Bullock will pick it up, and Bullock will look, and Bullock will lob it now. Got it into the box, and then it was cleaned up out to the 25-yard line, settled down momentarily by Mill River, and then they lost possession of it. That ball's going to come oozing out to the 40. Yeah, got an elbow thrown. Clearly could hear the official with the call, and yeah, you don't want to get chippy when you're down. You don't want to get chippy at all, but you don't want to be chippy when you're down. Pfister's going to take the kick. And that's going to bounce and be controlled momentarily. Mill River on it as that ball popping all over the place. Hard to follow it. David Sabaski, number 3 in the ball game now for Mill River in white. So number 3 Sabaski out there. You can see Houghton hit the sideline out of play, and that'll be Mill River's ball. Houghton, number 19, was there. Kyle Houghton, big guy. And yeah, Houghton's going to get the ball, take the throw, and skid it. Looking for Everett, and it was just taken away. Couldn't kick it wide and rejected out, and that will be kicked out this time. We'll have Hartford with the throw. Fuller's gone in to replace Davis in net for Mill River. Yeah, pardon me, that was Mill River with the throw. And it's rolling, 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 and out of bounds. That's what's going to set the ball. Waiting to see where they're going to take the throw, and Everett had it and lost it. They're going to send it in, and yeah, easy job for Fuller as he'll come to the ball and he'll whip it out on the pass. They'll collide, go down, whistle blows, and just a matter of how they interpret it. I think it's going to be Furno called for the foul, and that should bring up a blue kick. That should be Hartford with the kick. And that is what we'll have. Now they'll place the ball where they like it as Putnam will get set. Number 6 in blue, Sam Putnam. Brought to the middle of the field, took a bad bounce up the leg of the Hartford player, and now the Bullock there, and he able to pressure the ball. Catrati will pick up the pass. He'll pull it back on reverse trap and then get it on the wing. It's Cole turned around, man. He was able to dribble around some heavy-duty traffic, and nope. Good job defensively back there by Hartford as Catrati just sliding around on those tackles, coming up with nothing but turf. Stepping into it and making midfield. As Sabaski with the big header. Nice job by Sabaski. As they're again looking to bring the ball in on some type of penetration. It's been a long time since they've had a shot here on net. Talking about Mill River, and that will be out of play. Good hustle by Booth still there, but out of play. Oh, there was a card behind the play on Catrati. Unsportsmanlike after the play was clearly the call by the official. So we've had Mill River called for an elbow thrown, and now this card here, and that's one thing they've got to, discipline is just one thing. They've got to reel it in here and be disciplined. 13:22 to go in the second half. 3-0 Hartford. You're watching varsity soccer action from North Clarendon, Vermont, USA. Division I Hartford with the lead over Mill River. Mill River recently returning from the Loisel tournament where they won the consolation game. They played a tight ball game in the opening round, but just came up a little bit short, and then they ended up winning the consolation game. So, you know, good showing at the Loisel tournament. As we will have a throw now for Hartford. Okay, they're just waiting for the official to let all the substitutions come in and get into place here. And Hartford will just go backwards to go forwards. Going to slide the pass across the field. And I don't think we're going to see Rory skiing anymore today. I tell you what a fun guy. I don't know. Well, look at this break coming down the field. Look at this break coming down the field, and physical play, and they'll let it go as Stewart able to lean in on Polis, and we're going to have, well, I want to see what we're going to have. I thought a corner, but yeah, okay, now they're just getting into it. No, I know in the old days, Kirk Abrahamson used to watch the broadcast. I don't know if he still did, because he'll play Hartford. I don't know if he's going to watch it or not, but I'm sure he's very aware of Rory right now, but very impressive to watch him in action, Rory. So, but he's on the bench with a 3-0 lead, and I got a feeling that his day's done. He can put his warm-ups on as Houghton will take the kick and bring it 30 yards out. And nice step up by Elliott Stewart. Pass was a little soft, and then the collision, and the whistle blows. It's Mitchell Doring called for the infraction. And then the short touch, and then the kick over the top. Settled down momentarily by Mill Rivers Campbell, number 10. Campbell wants to try to push it back to the center of the field. He had Everett there. Now, I don't know if that was the intended target, but it missed him. And you see the good battle right there for the ball. And Mill River will win that one. That's number 18 over there, Tim Carr. And then again, Hartford with a nice step up. They're letting him dribble in until about the 30-yard line, and they're just stepping up and taking the ball away. And again, that real short passing game. There's Hartford taking a good 7-8 dribbles down the field and trying to slide the ball up the middle, and that's going to be Sabaski with the touch. It's going to roll to the side. And Chase given by Carr, and Carr will just loop around behind the ball and with the outside of the foot push the ball forward past the oncoming defender, and that's going to stay in bounds in front of the Mill River bench. And now they're going to again get tied up on that far sideline. They'll turn the corner, and it's going to 18 against 18. You see the two numbers right there battling each other. Carr 18 and White, and they didn't set up the shot. He elected to pull the ball back out and won't take a few more dribbles, trying to give and go, and Holton knocked the ball down, and that's going to come in and be over the top of the net. Of course, Stephen Durkee was number 18 in blue. This has a lot of time possession right there for Hartford at the 10-minute even to play mark. We played 70 minutes of soccer. Actually, I haven't played any. They have played 70 minutes of soccer, and it's 3-0 Hartford. And Hartford, like I said, really has played a short field here in the second half. You see the pressure in the corner, trying to take the correct angle, and there's the shot, wide. He settled the ball down. That was Michael Bateman, I believe, that took the shot. In the later hours of the game here, the shadows almost across the field, the entire field. And like I said, feels much more like soccer weather today than it did for the girls' MAU game here. But we always have days like that, and Gravel had the ball and called for the foul, and I believe they said push off. And so Hartford from the 45 will line drive it down the middle. Nice step up by Mill River. Catrati waits. Catrati got a head on it, push it to his teammate in the middle of the field. Now they need to get off the edge of the circle. They're going to bring the ball down on the wing, and Catrati able to walk that tightrope, keep the ball in play. That's going to be deflected out of bounds. No, it's going to stay right on the line. Comes down in the corner, and Hartford able to dribble along the back line to their goalie. And tell you, they've done that an awful lot today. And I've always been leery of passing backwards to the goalie, but they seem to be very confident in it out there. So let's just review what's coming up in the Rutland area. You've got the 50th Halloween Parade, obviously on Halloween. That's going to be live on Channel 15, I think, and don't quote me, it's a 6:30 start time. But it'll be on the bulletin board, the screen and stuff, Channel 15. You'll be able to find out exactly when. But that's Halloween. And the first Saturday in November, you've got the really big show at the Paramount Theater, hosted by Sam Garuso. Studley Sam Garuso out there is going to be hosting it. And then November 27th and November 28th at the Paramount Theater, you've got the Logger, Rusty Louise, and his whole cast of characters for the holiday show. And I'll tell you what, that's funny stuff. That's good entertainment. And you can see, again, just a lot of volleying back and forth, and not a lot of purpose on the kicks. That will stay in bounds. Again, that's so close over there, but it stayed in on the line as they'll send Mill River back defensively. Houghton will get there, and they're going to use their goalie now, so he'll come out and step into it. And boy, really lucky right there. That's one thing. If you're going to use the goalie, you got to have your eyes open, man. He turned around, put a soft kick out right on the foot of a Hartford player, 8 yards away. Very fortunate he didn't have a giveaway that just ended up being a walk-in goal. Again, Hartford, a couple division or a division higher than Mill River, and that's going to be headed into the hands of Fuller. He'll make the leap, get the grab, and then whip that ball out there. Look at that. See the ball, get the ball. I mean, Hartford's just been so much quicker here, especially in the second half. Elliott Stewart down the field as Catrati will draw the foul. And he's going to take the kick himself. And Hartford just rejecting the ball right back out. Oh yeah, man, we're looking into the sunshine. Fuller will let it come inside the 18, softly scoop it up. And then a booming kick. Off from the back of Catrati. Oh, look at that little reverse hook by Hartford. And Catrati will come up with the ball, but that was pretty stuff. And then the kick out of bounds by Sabaski. And Hartford will take the throw at the end of the bleachers. And Catrati with the pressure on the ball went off from Catrati out of bounds. There's the throw as again they're able to head it in the direction of funneling it down in front of the net. Well, that's a big soccer player right there. Not that guy, the other guy. Got to get his number. For Hartford, they got some size out there on the front line. Again, trying to kick without settling the ball, and that's hard to do. You saw the results right there. But 2 goals by Rory Skian, the first goal and the second goal. And then he had an assist on the third, and I tell you what, he was just electrifying to watch play. Yeah, he was very, very, if I had to guess, I would think soccer would be his thing. As Elliott Stewart kicked the ball, it looked like it went out the facial area of the Hartford player, but he got right up, so he's okay. But we'll have a foul on Hartford, and the kick now coming up for Mill River. He'll go over the top this time. I haven't said that a lot today because they don't go over the top anymore. It's Everett. Got it to his teammate, and then the kick went right off from the butt of the Hartford player. Boy, keeping the ball, and boy, I was about to say he did a nice job of staying on the ball, but then defensively Hartford came back and just again were physical and took the ball away. So Mill River trying to avoid the shutout right now as there's just 4 minutes left in this soccer game. And that will bounce out of play. Catrati from just about the 25-yard line. Into the box he goes, and they're going to let that play through. Again, Hartford, even though he thought of them offensively in that first half and most of the second half, they played a very stellar defensive game. I mean, Pfister, I couldn't think of one outstanding save he made today, but that's because the guys in front of him didn't have to make him make an outstanding play. Whoops, I was watching the crowd again. It happens. Like that, I did it again. Well, as he's dropping, all these conversations going on below me, below the window. 3:13 to go. If this was like an electrifying soccer game, like 2-1 with time coming down or 2-2, I would be more focused on what I was doing. Seriously, I would. I mean it. That's going to land in play. No. So Mill River quickly with the ball in. Houghton down deep in the corner, and Bankert was offsides. Yeah, second offsides of the ball game. You can see Pfister looking down to the referee and marking it just outside the 18. That's where they wanted the ball marked. That's where they got it. Low line drive, and in Hartford controlling through the middle of the field. Something they did very well today. They did be able to move the ball nicely through the middle of the field. That was an area where they're still working. Like I said, this is a young Mill River team. That's an area they had a little problem with today, but they'll work on it. They'll get it. Still a lot of season left, too. I mean, we're not quite into October yet. And that's going to be in play. Header, 50-50 ball trap, stepped on it, settled it forward. They'll collide, go down, no whistle. I like that. Keep the clock moving. We're down below 2 minutes to go now in the ball game. Everett will step up, come up with a steal, and then lose the ball back in pursuit, and a good no call. Couple dives and trip. They got to call that one. 17 with the trip is Mitchell Doran. Dorain. The first couple they let go, I thought that was good. And they're going to re-kick it because Stewart was tying his shoes. Now they'll move it back even 5 yards further. As we get into the all shadows now, and could try just a step late getting there. So Hartford had a player down, and not really sure what the call was, but it's going to be Hartford with a kick, and we are down to less than a minute now, 57 seconds to go. This one was close at halftime in the score, but I always had the sense that it could get away real quick, and it did in the second half, and then it's going to be Hartford with a win on the road. As again, they're trying to get that momentum going forward. Everett will hustle over to the far side. He'll take the throw, and the sun has gone down now, finally behind, I believe that's Walker Mountain. As again, Hartford will bust out of the pack with the ball, take it on the dribble, and get up near midfield. They'll send the ball down and in, and that could just about wrap up the scoring chances for Mill River as Hartford with the ball and control. We're going to send it up ahead, and Catrati lets it tiptoe out of bounds. And so, again, good effort by Mill River. They'll, again, a lot of good stuff they'll take from this game that will make them a better team in the further down the road in the season, but it's going to be Hartford with a 3-0 win. So congratulations to Hartford. A very good effort by Mill River. Get out there, support your student athletes, and always turn on Channel 15.